I'm Chantel, and I was the producer.
I'm Liz, and I was the director and editor.
I'm Kim, and I was the composer. I still am the composer as well.
Yeah.
Still is the composer. Could you give me a brief kind of synopsis about what it's about?
This one.
It's all about the impact of technology on our lives, but specifically on that generation who grew up with mobile technology in their pockets, and how it's changing our behaviour and affecting our lives on all sorts of levels.
Mm-hmm. And what inspired you to make a film about that?
So back in the late 90s, I kind of joined the whole Silicon Valley thing and had the whole experience of the American internet startup, and it was all kind of amazing what we were building. And then I left that world back in like 2002 and went to film school. So I've been a filmmaker for however long that is, which is a long while. But looking 20 years back, what we created and built back in the late 90s, and seeing how it had sort of been manipulated and changed in a way that had a lot of negative impacts, that was what I was fascinated to look into.
It sounds really interesting. So your kind of experience at Silicon Valley informed that. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. So what was the experience like filming it? What was it like on set?
On set
Yeah.
was Liz and I,
Yeah.
and I was the producer who carried the tripod and the lens bag, and that's not true. We had amazing contributors, so like really smart people, way smarter than me, and Liz had discovered them all and brought them in to interview them, and then we also had the Gen Zers who we had found through social media and brought them on board in a different way, which Liz can explain as she directed everything.
Yeah, cool. Do you want to?
The voice of Gen Z is actually intentionally done through their social media posts. So most of the Gen Z characters in the film we found through TikTok. And so the actual filming was the sort of experts, the psychologists, the neuroscientists, those kind of people, the technology experts. But the actual Gen Z audiences come through their own social media.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was fascinating finding them and digging into. TikTok was very much the way I researched it and tried to engage and find what it's really like to be Gen Z these days, and it was an amazing resource.
Yeah, sounds really interesting. And so how was the composing process?
So the music is quite a lot of the music is Gen Z artists that Liz found through TikTok and the other people that we knew. So there's quite a lot of music from Gen Z, which is really good. And knitting it into the score is what I had to do. So that was kind of fun and interesting. And then there's quite a lot of dystopic kind of stuff, which is what I normally do. Is that what I normally do? Yeah, that's what I normally do. But quite a lot of the challenge about it was mixing up the stuff from the Gen Z TikToks and Instagrams. So a lot of people are doing things with other people's music on that we had to go and try and fix and license and, if not replace. So that's what I spent my time doing.
Yeah, interesting. And so finally, how does it feel to be here at Manchester Film Festival?
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Exciting.
That's how it feels. Yeah, no, it feels really great.
It is exciting, and it's it's been a shame that we released the film during COVID, so we haven't been able to travel the film and see it very often with an audience. So it's a really special opportunity to see it with an audience on the big screen, and we're super grateful for Manchester Film Festival making that happen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, lovely to meet you. I'm really looking forward to
Are
seeing
you
the film.
Gen Z?
Am I Gen Z? I
when
am
were
Gen
you
Z.
born?
Yeah, 2001.
Oh yeah.
So just turned 21. So I'm part of Gen Z. Yeah. So
Perfect.
hopefully I'll be able to relate to it.
10 past 8, your job is finished, right?
Yeah. I mean, no. I'm gonna watch the film definitely. Yeah. I'm there for sure.
After
We'll
the
interview
film.
you afterwards.
After the film, we want to interview you.
I'll tell you what.
And see what...
Yeah.
No, honestly.
Yeah, no,
for
genuinely,
real,
genuinely,
for real.
yeah.
You make sure we speak to you after.
I will. I'll make sure. I'm excited to see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Lovely to meet you.
Like,
Yeah.